Hey, good afternoon, Kevin Hawthorne. Happy Saturday afternoon. Hey, Juanita. Happy Saturday afternoon. Hope you're having a wonderful Saturday, Juanita. Hey, Dave Jeffrey. Happy Saturday and welcome to my live stream. And I'm going to try something different today. Hey, Brent Sheehan. I'm going to try cooking a chicken over the fire. So I have not lit the fire yet, as you can see. But it is about 26 degrees Celsius out. And being the, I think today's the 5th of July. The 5th of October, I mean. Feels like July, that's for sure. So you guys might experience some buffering because I only have 2 bars with Rogers here, and my Bell phone does not hardly work at all. So I am going to get to lighting the fire right now. All right, we'll give that a couple of minutes to get some coals on it. So this is a little bit something different today that I'm doing. I'm actually going to make the chicken in the pot right in front of you on live. So this is going to be pretty cool. Hey, Marie Palmer, good to see you in the chat, and happy Saturday afternoon from puppy class. Oh, right on. How'd that go today, Marie? I bet Bobby had a lot of attention. cannot read the chat now because my phone is probably so hot. Yeah, my phone is probably warm because of this fire here, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to move you guys back a bit here. Well, I can feel the heat from here. Cut up an onion. Garlic. You guys can hear the guy driving by in his four-wheeler. No shirt, no helmet. And the garlic is a little finicky to peel, that's for sure. But it is fresh. Oopsie. Alrighty, and one more. Alrighty, I think we're done with that mess. Throw the rest in the fire here. Alright, now see what's going on in the chat here. Hey Janice Pike. Hey Marg D, happy Saturday. Good to see you in the chat. And did I see Kitty NZ Canada? Good to see you, happy Saturday. And Harjot in the chat, awesome. Hopefully everybody's having a wonderful Saturday. Oh. Yeah, so this is my first live cooking show. Hey Andy Wood, what's Brad cooking? I am gonna kind of roast a chicken on the campfire. So I am going to go get the chicken and some oven mitts, so be right back. Spices and the one and only chicken and some bacon. So we're going to start by getting the pot. She's hot. So I'll start with my favorite ingredient. I'm going to pour a little bit of beer in here and with some onions. Some garlic around it. In it. And got some pepper here. And lots of pepper. Okay. And some garlic and herb. And a little bit of poultry season. Okay. bacon on it. Now I think the tricky part here is going to be getting it back on here. Do this. All right, I did it. Huh. All right. All right. Sorry, I'm not with the chat. Bobby sounds like a smart dog. He sure is. You learn quick. Did I say hi to you, Janice Pike and Rick? Happy Friday, or sorry, Saturday afternoon. Hey, John Amera. Good to see you in the chat, and hopefully you're having a wonderful Saturday afternoon. But what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to throw some more wood on the fire here. All right, I got a little, wash my hands here. And a little cleanup. Get rid of all this garbage. And we'll be right back. All right, so I'm also going to have some corn. Get to wrapping that. That smells nice too. Well, the whole idea tonight is not to burn the chicken. Hey, Guy, how you doing? Wish you were here camping with me, my friend. Yeah, it's going to be a little while before the sun goes down here, that's for sure. eat a moose meat. A good one. That's hilarious, kitty. Yeah, so I think the flames are pretty good. I'm not going to worry about the height of the where the pot is. We'll keep it at that. So another thing I want to do is time this. So I don't know, but when you guys are cooking a chicken, let's say it went in at 4:30, so 4:30 until almost 6 o'clock. It does look like my signal is, am I buffering here? You pamper him too much, yeah. Well, one thing, Kitty, he's a lot bigger than I thought he was going to be, that's for sure. Hey, Trip and Jack, Chip and Jarrett, good to see you, and happy Sunday morning to you. Thanks for joining my chat, my friend. No buffering, awesome. Let's see if it could stay like that. Getting some of my charging equipment out of the way here. I wake up early and do worship. That's right, it is Sunday. Alrighty, so I really want the coals to die down a little bit more before I put the corn on, but I'll wash my hands again here. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to cook 2 cobs of corn, and because they don't have the husk on them, I got to cook them in tin foil. Tinfoil pack. It's childproof. But I got it. Pepper with it. And might as well take it right out of the husk now. Some pepper. I'll get the other one on the go here. I'm cooking one for the critters. Have a look at the corn. It's all peaches and cream. It looks really good, eh? And I'm going to put a little bit of butter in with it. A little scoop on each. I usually don't put any butter on it, but this time I am. All right, so I'm going to let these cook for about half an hour. All right, I'll be right back. All right. Let's see if I can even read the chat. My phone is so dark. All right. Okay, so tomorrow's project is I'm going to make a pumpkin pie, actually, out of a real pumpkin. So that's why I brought that over there. And so now we're just coasting and cooking and hanging out with the yard birds here. Yeah, it's about 26 here. It is absolutely a warm summer day here. That's right, Kitty. You took the words right out of my mouth. Like I said, this is the most unusual fall I've ever seen, being so hot and this late in the year. Feels like 31, yeah. Yeah, and it's not any cooler down here either. And hey, Christopher, Artist Gabe's 47, good to see you. Hey, Brad just got in. How are you? I am doing pretty good, Christopher. I got already, my chicken is in the pot, and the 2 cobs of corn are just hopefully sizzling already in the coals. So we're just relaxing and watching things cook, and hopefully we don't burn anything at the same time. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, Yeah, I guess you would need actually an air conditioner today. So Marie, I wanted to tell you that there was probably 300 ladybugs in the travel trailer when I got here. So I had to take the broom and sweep them all out. Chicken in the pot. Fire blazing, yeah. This should be a good one. I put bacon also on it, Christopher, so you know, bacon makes everything better. Jay's winning right on. What inning is it? Ladybugs. Well, I got 300 of them. Oh, you detest. Okay. Yeah, there was lots of them. Second inning already, yeah. Well, I guess I'm competing against the Blue Jay game here. That's fine. Yeah. Well, I set them all free, kitty, so hopefully they don't come back. And I do believe it happened last year too, that I had a lot. And it is pretty windy also. Also, what I want to do is feed the birds a little bit more. So this is what I'm feeding the birds. It's a black oil sunflower seed. Right. My favorite bugs are ladybugs and crickets and daddy longlegs. And those that find you in your home with the long hairs eat your pets. So, yeah. I think the worst bug that you could have in your house is a cockroach, but I haven't seen any in North Bay yet. Yeah, we'll see if we get any blue jays coming in here. Actually, I did see a blue jay earlier. They're your pets, anyway. Well, yeah, the flying crane, or what I call them, the male mosquitoes. Yeah, a lot of places have cockroaches. So when you wake up in the morning, you turn on the light and they all scatter, then you know you have a problem. Yeah, when I was trying to, no ladybugs were injured in me evacuating them out of the travel trailer today. They all flew away nice and gently. See if we can zoom in a little more here and see the birds over there. Yeah, that is pretty lucky, Katie. When I lived in Toronto in 1986, I lived in an apartment that had a lot of cockroaches in it, and it was right on Duplex Avenue. Yeah, well, there was over 300 in the travel trailer, and there's probably still another 50 that I'm having a hard time getting out. So this is not just cooking, it's also a part of my trail cam that I have. So since I mentioned that, I got some peanut butter here. I know, they like peanut butter. Christopher, your idea about putting it on the rope? It's hard to put it on the rope, that's for sure. Let's see if we can track some animals. So peanut butter always works. Yeah, I think bed bugs are actually worse than cockroaches, that's for sure. Man, that sun is absolutely beautiful. Well, I think it's a toss-up in between bed bugs and cockroaches, because I'll tell you, I've seen some really big bed bugs that probably could bite really good, so. And they weren't in my house ever. Yeah, I put that peanut butter out and, oh, there's one bird there. And he's right on the peanut butter. Kind of fighting. No, and neither are bran muffins. Grand Lady Firewolf, good to see you in the chat. And happy, probably Sunday morning there for you. Thanks for joining in, Grand Lady Firewolf. Back up the cam. Oh, there's a couple birds flying around over there. Oh, and that breeze is much appreciated. Goes Jays, go, hey Boom, happy Saturday afternoon, and I hear the Jays are winning so far. And thanks for joining in the chat, Boom, I appreciate that. Yeah, I can only tag names on my computer also, Kitty. I can't do it on my phone. So do they play the next game in Toronto, or are they off to New York? Oh, you're at work? Yeah, I do that a lot. This is my type of cooking, Boom. I know you're a cook also, so I got my corn actually, which I'm going to go flip. Okay, as they say, I put another log on the fire. Hey Sean Hayden, good to see you in the chat and happy Saturday. Appreciate you dropping in, my friend. Glad to see a Sasquatch. Well, every time I walk back there, I think about it. That's for sure. Because when I got here today, it's always a thing in the back of my mind that I can't wait to get down here and see all the destruction. So there was quite a few things knocked over around my trail cam today. So hopefully I got some good footage, and I always like to see bears on my trail cam. Hey Chris Coco, good to see you. And happy Saturday afternoon. Thanks for joining in, Chris. I'll back up a little bit so you guys can see the fire. You can see I have a 5-gallon pail of water here just in case things get carried away. So and what I'm also going to do is check the time here. We're going to wait another 5 minutes. I'm going to have a peek and see how things are cooking in. So that'll be a half an hour taking a peek and seeing how the chicken's going. I would actually like to had Bobby and Marie come down camping today, but Marie had to take Bobby to cooking school, to doggy school today. That chicken is going to be a long time. Well, I'm pretty sure it's going to be done around 6 o'clock, Joseph. I figure an hour and a half should cook that chicken pretty good. So I do believe the fall colors are at 100% this weekend. And so what I want to do is some drone footage of all these fall colors. So that'll be my next video. And hopefully I can make it a premiere coming up this week. We'll probably cooking first. So I think Bobby is going to try some pupperettes to start off with. Or hot dogs, yeah. He can start. He's probably really good at, probably it's just natural for him to do hot dogs. Bobby is a male. Well, Andy Wood, Bobby went to his second class today, and I didn't catch on what Marie said about how Bobby did at school, but last week he stole the show. Bobby is a male, he's doing okay. He is most likely to socialize with us puppies and their owners. Hey, Adrian Thompson McGuire, happy Saturday afternoon and welcome to the chat. I appreciate you dropping in, my friend. And it is actually a beautiful, good day today. And it'll be also a very good day when the Jays win today also. But I'll tell you, it's a heat wave in October here. Okay. Hey, Buttery Sprite. Thanks for joining in the chat, my friend. And hopefully you're having a wonderful Saturday night. This is the first time for me doing this. I've had a live beside the campfire before, but this is the first time I've actually tried cooking live. I don't know about that, Chris, but that's fine. I really don't care about the views. I'm totally about, you know, just people enjoying watching. So that's why I do a lot of ASMR videos, just so they're nice and relaxing. But one thing about watching it on your phone, if the quality is very low, you can't really see it. But when you watch it on a big screen or even a 32-inch computer screen, you can really see the difference. And especially when people don't use gimbals, you don't see it as much when you're using a cell phone, but I'll tell you, you do see it when you're watching on a TV. Yeah, I watch a lot of lives on my cell phones, and so you know, sometimes I don't care about the quality, but one thing about what I do is I re-watch my own videos a lot, so I do care about my quality and the buffering. So but it should be pretty interesting tomorrow. I'm gonna start cooking my pumpkin pie at 9 o'clock in the morning, and what they call for is actually to kind of bake and boil the pumpkin at the same time. Hey, Canadian Facility, happy Saturday evening, and thanks for joining in the chat. And I am doing very awesome. I'm just coasting with all you guys here and watching my campfire and the little yard birds flying around. I'm having a great day. And it was good to see you live this morning also, Vasily, walking around the distillery district, and which I was surprised you did not buffer as much as a lot of people do. So that was good streaming today, Vasily. That's right. Chris, I enjoy seeing your content. All right, now what I want to do here, we're going to give it a stir. Hey, happy Saturday afternoon, Trojan Elk Explorer. Good to see you, my friend. And thanks for joining in the chat. I appreciate that. My chicken, we're actually going to open the lid on it and see how it's cooking. Very soon. So if anybody's just joining in, I started off by putting some onions and some beer in the bottom and cutting up a whole bunch of garlic and then a whole bunch of seasoning and then some bacon on top of the chicken. So, are you making pumpkin pie? I am making pumpkin pie starting tomorrow morning. But what I'm going to do now is I'm actually going to go grab another beer and then we're going to see what the chicken looks like. So, be right back. So cheers, everyone. Take the lid off of this. Pretty smoky over there. Good. I'm going to leave that right like that. It is cooking really good, so things are looking really good there. Are you taking off, Chris? Have a good one, my friend, and thanks again for joining in. I appreciate that. Yeah, I don't want to disturb anything. I'm just going to let that cook. It was boiling in the bottom very nicely, so. And how can I forget my beer over here? That's a hilarious question, Christopher, because I think in the 25 years that I've known Marie, that I've lived with Marie, we've only had one trick-or-treater. Yeah, I think if you're actually a trick-or-treater, you want to go in neighborhoods that you know, have big fancy houses and stuff like that. A lot of the neighborhoods that I've been streaming in for the last 2 weeks would probably be good neighborhoods to go. Experiencing some buffering here. Try to get maybe the sun in it. Thanks again, Chris, for dropping in. I appreciate that. And everybody else that are watching or lurking. So here. We don't go to the fridge. Right on. Cheers, Chris. Well, once I put that peanut butter out, I was kind of hoping that we'd see at least a chipmunk or a squirrel coming around, but also a good-sized plane flying over. Almost looks like a Learjet flying over. A little bit of buffering, not so much. Yeah, I did see it. We are running at 450 kilobytes per second, so that is not very much, that's for sure. I think we're just getting by here. That's one of the reasons why I don't go live too many times down at the camp, because there is some buffering, but like I said, I'll go home and watch this again and see how much buffering there is. I noticed that happening, Vasily, and I was actually packing up at the same time, so you had shut down and come back quick enough that I didn't even notice. Yeah, I'm right down to 100 kilobytes now, so the signal is getting a lot lower. But I think this is a good height for the chicken cooking at. And it's got another 45 minutes to cook, so this is a Dutch oven roast chicken that I'm going to have tonight. And it's also going to be probably half of tomorrow's dinner also. Yeah, it's kind of funny, you know, not moving my phone or nothing's really moving, but the signal comes up and down. I'll give you a view of the trees here and what the sun looks like. We can see the sunset through the trees here. Hurry back, Marie and Bobby. So another thing, I'm only going to cook this corn for another maybe 5 minutes, and then I'm going to take it off the coals and wait until the chicken's done, so I'm going to have them both together. And actually I could see the steam coming from the top of the, let's see if we can zoom in on this. Kind of mixture of steam and smoke coming from it. Did you guys go out for something to eat after that then, Vasily? Careful, the squirrels don't eat the pumpkin. Yeah. Well, that's funny. I haven't seen a squirrel or a chipmunk ever since I've started the live stream. So, and they were here when I got here earlier. So, we might see some squirrels and some action coming up. But you know what I think they're doing? They're all watching the Blue Jay game. Hey, Harjot, what's the score now? Is it 2-zip? Must be going into the 4th inning so far. Hard to tell if it's a plane or something flying over here. Oh, it is a plane. Wow. Right on, Vasily. I don't think I'd ever switch from Prism. I think Prism works really good for me, and I'm going to stick with it. Well, I think my fire is dying down. One more flip. This is the last flip that's going to come off. Well, that's good to know, Brenchy, and I didn't know that the squirrels and the chipmunks like pumpkins, but maybe I'm not going to leave it out all night, put it that way. We'll just call it decoration for now, but ooh, bumblebee just flew by. Canadian Tire pallets. Well, these aren't Canadian Tire pallets. They're mostly just small skid shippings, which that I get from work for free. So it's basically just all pine. No, I don't get too many hardwood skids. Probably got 40 minutes left to cook this chicken, and then I'm going to be eating dinner, and that'll be the end of the live stream. I'm just going to make sure my chicken's cooked, and I'm going to end my live stream at 6 o'clock. Just so once everything's done and ready, I'm going to go in and eat after that. Beautiful breeze here. Oh, man, am I enjoying this. Really, that's funny because you're inside, honey. You're in the city, so. There, I can see the more steam coming from the pot now. Oh, have a great evening, Brent Sheehan, and hope your barbecue turns out better than my roast chicken. So take care, my friend, and thanks again for joining in. Cheers, Brent. Drinking kokanee tonight. Well, Chris, yeah, there's probably maybe 20 skids that my company throws out every week, and so what I've done all summer is I've actually collected about 15 skids so far, so I can keep myself going through the winter. So skids are used for a lot of purposes, and you know, repurposing and actually burning them and using them for heat is pretty cool. But whoa, that flame's getting a little bit too big for there. We'll give that a little stir around. corn there until I'm ready to eat it. Oh, it's dead hot out. Yeah, like I said, you know, if people repurpose skids, there's so much value to it. And again, think if you had a wood stove in your house, you could probably heat your house just with wood skids. But it's a lot of work cutting them up and also. Yeah, now that's why they have also garbage bins just for wood. So not only garbage cans for cardboard or any kind of plastics, but now when we recycle stuff and throw stuff in the garbage, there's not supposed to be any wood in the garbage that we throw in a certain bin, because if there is, they charge more for it. So we have another wood just for, or another bin just for wood. Yeah, the fire. I could feel the rays from the fire from here, Janice. So, and I still see steam coming from the pot, so everything's cooking very nice. About half an hour to go, and I'll be having a roasted chicken dinner with some corn. And I'm going to kind of keep warm right on the side there. Let's see, give you a little bit of sunset going on here. The sun is just setting. And again, it's funny, my signal has picked up. It's funny how it fluctuates. Well, Janice, I have 3 recycle bins, and there's almost 4 people living in my house, and we fill up those 3 recycle bins every 2 weeks. So, hey, Upstate Bob, any pie for dessert? Well, Bob, my plan, first of all, Bob, happy Saturday evening, and thanks for joining in the chat. I appreciate that. So my plan, Bob, is I'm gonna make my pumpkin pie tomorrow for lunch. So, and what I've done is I've bought the pie crust already. So, but I'm gonna make it all from scratch, and I'm gonna kind of bake the pumpkin, broil the pumpkin in a pan, and then I'm going to make a video of it also. So my next video coming out will be making my pumpkin pie. Let's say, neighbor, what smells so good. It's a beautiful campfire so far, Andy. Yeah, Bob, so thanks again for the great idea about making the pumpkin pie. I appreciate that, and it inspired me to do that. back. Yeah, still Andy, I don't smell anything. I guess my sniffer's done because this is my beer number 5. Hey, Roy Explorers. Happy Saturday afternoon, Roy, and thanks for joining in the chat. I appreciate you being here, my friend. Hey, Roy, it's probably warmer here today than it is where you are in San Fran. Yeah, well, that's one thing I don't do, Janice, is compost anything. Yeah, well, hopefully it cools off tonight, because I'll tell you, it's too warm up here for this time of year. Yeah, this time of year I expect to be wearing a hoodie and staying warm by the campfire, and right now I'm actually staying back from the campfire because it's so warm out. But I've got to keep the heat going really good here. So I think what we're going to do is add another log to the fire here. Trojan Elk Explorer, all of Roy's videos are awesome. And the one yesterday was absolutely amazing with that beautiful bluegrass music. I really like that hippie vibe, Roy. That suits me. Yeah, well, I haven't seen, speaking about the bugs, I have not seen too many mosquitoes at all for the last 2 months. So all this dry weather that we've been having has kept away the mosquitoes. Kind of blowing all different directions here, so every once in a while I get a warm whiff of the fire here. But I don't like it when the flames are touching the pot. That's a little bit too hot. I'll tell you, campfire cooking's a little tricky because I've burnt so much food cooking on the campfire that I learned my lesson, hopefully. Yeah, I think something strange going on in the planet. They're getting all this warm weather and again all those 300 lucky ladybugs in my travel trailer today. All right, so what time do we have now? It's almost 1:45, so about 20 more minutes to go and we'll see how this chicken turned out. Yeah, that's true. One thing about burning the food, you could actually pick through it and find the unburnt parts to eat still, but it's very unsafe having uncooked food, that's for sure. Especially when you cook a whole chicken, and I know it's a time thing also, so. I'm getting a little bit more birds in here, so we'll zoom in. Yeah, global warming, you're right, Janice. And like I say, because we've had such a warm fall, I do predict that we're going to have a very mild winter. Yeah, it's always good to have good windshield wipers, Christopher, for that case. Which reminds me, I should replace mine on my truck. Oh, I do see a squirrel. There he is. I think he likes that peanut butter I put there. That's a red squirrel. And he's enjoying the peanut butter I put out for him. Yeah, he looks pretty clean squirrel, good shape. And he's enjoying that peanut butter. That's a Halloween decoration, Andy. I've had that in my trail camp for over a year. Yeah, Mr. Bones. Hey, Hoppy family. Good to see you in the chat. Happy Saturday or Sunday morning to you. Yeah, Christopher, I quit smoking almost 18 years ago. But with all the shit in the air nowadays, you might as well still keep smoking because even being by the campfire is carcinogenic. What kind of bird is that? Those are called yard birds. They're also chickadees. And this is what we call a red squirrel. Yeah, somebody's target practicing, that's for sure. Yeah, that's peanut butter he's eating. Hey, Princess Margaret, happy Saturday. And thanks for joining in the chat, my friend. Appreciate you being here, Princess Margaret. Vivian Johnson, good to see you, my southern friend. And happy Saturday evening. Thanks for joining in, Vivian. We all love peanut butter, eh, Janice? I got the nature and cooking going on here. My chicken is almost ready. I'm going to check the time out. We've got about 10 more minutes. I'm cooking the chicken, and then I'm going to end my live stream. And I'm going to have dinner. Just like this red squirrel's having dinner. A little bit bigger gun that time. That sure is gunshots. Somebody's target practicing. Princess Margaret, I'm not under the weather. I'm having a beer, so cheers. That is hilarious you said that. But trying to keep as much heat. I think the fire is going down a little bit more, so gotta give it another stir here. Keep focused on the heat. Well, cheers, Princess Margaret. I'm gonna have one more. And then I'm gonna eat my dinner. But that red squirrel didn't even move when I got up to feed the fire a little bit better. I'm going to answer that for you, Princess Margaret. Marie has never had a beer in her life. So what's for dinner? Princess Margaret, I'm cooking a chicken. And I have 2 cobs of corn right there that I'm going to have with my chicken, which I'm going to make for another video. Root beer? Yeah, right. Right, Janice. I'll be right back. My pumpkin, he's kind of cooking by the fire already, so he's getting ready for tomorrow. So I want to thank everybody for joining in my chat today and having a beer and watch my chicken cooking here with my delicious corn with the butter in it. I'm really looking forward to this one. So cheers again, everybody, for joining in my chat today. Christopher, Kitty, Mark D, my beautiful wife Marie Palmer, thank you very much. Cheers, everybody. Janice Pike, thanks for joining in today. Say hi to Rick for me. Appreciate you guys being in, joining in the chat. Also, Trojan Elk Explorer, thank you for joining in today. And Chris Krokos, thanks for joining in the chat also if you're rewatching later. I know Juanita and Jazz, you guys are probably lurking, so thank you for joining in the chat today. I appreciate you guys a lot. And Sebastian, if you're ever watching this, thank you again for your just watching all the time. Yeah, so this is one of the first times that you can actually do a trail cam with the red squirrel and a cookout at the same time. So we're only going to go for about maybe another 10 minutes or so, and then we're going to call it quitsies. So again, this is going to actually be a long goodbye today. Andy Wood, Kristen Fuller, and Princess Margaret, thank you for all joining in. Zach Thong for joining in. Wow, you guys are just piling in. But like I said, this is going to be a kind of a long goodbye today, and it is a cooking live stream this time, so. There's one thing I learned about cooking. Cooking takes a lot of patience. And so cooking a whole chicken takes an hour and a half at least. Fire's the same color as the pumpkin. Well, it's funny you say that, Kristen. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to try a little trick. Alright, so what I bought here is this Campfire FX. So we're going to give this a wingy dingy. Oh, it's your birthday, Zach? Well, happy belated birthday, my friend. Hope you had a good one. Well, Marie, I'm going to tell you how the corn is after I end my live stream. And I'm going to have dinner. And I will be calling you to tell you how good it is. I put the stuff, it's a campfire, it's supposed to make all kinds of colors in the campfire. So what I do see, Kitty, is a little bit of green smoke, but I definitely won't waste my money anything on like that again. That was about $3, so I don't think I'll buy that again. It was kind of a farce, and just for a little bit of green colors wasn't worth it. I did see some blue gray, so did I, but definitely not worth it. All right, cheers again, my friends. Hey, Jim Bolton, good to see you in the chat. I'm just about ready to end the live stream, my friend. So if anybody wants to see how my chicken and all that turned out, I'll be making a video of it. So again, I want to thank everybody for watching. I really do appreciate that. And hopefully everybody's had an amazing Saturday like I have. Respect, Jim. Exactly. Okay, take care, my friends. One love.